All right, we're checking the levels. Everything's on automatic. Should be loud enough. It's not peaking. We're at Macedonia Park, not Win Stadium for some reason. Maybe the team's cheap, but don't really know. It's an expensive place to rent. Looks good to me. It's just louder than the FX mic. It's exactly what we need. Seems perfect, right? Alright. It's further from the camera now. Sounds a little bit grainy, maybe. Is that what I'm hearing? I can get the commentator to stand over here. Let me mute that for a second. Okay. Does it sound bad? Or does it sound fine? I've got another XLR cord. I bring extras just in case it sounds funky. Or does it sound fine? Yeah, it sounds good. Okay. I can also use manual on the effects. Keep it down a little bit. I think that should be alright.
Well, good evening and welcome to Macedonia Park for round 24 of the NPL Men's New South Wales as Wollongong Wolves welcome Manly United. The last time these sides met, it was a thrashing. Manly putting 6 past the Wolves. However, coming into this one, Wollongong sit 2 points above their opponents. My name is Tim Gibson. Let's have a look at the teams, and starting with the home side, Wollongong. Daniel Solski continues as the goalkeeper. Number 2, Harrison Bunel. 4 is Dylan Ryan. 7, Woon Sub Sim. 15 is Dax Kelly. 17, Marcus Beattie. 21, Nicholas Olsen. Number 23 is Flynn Madden. Number 24, Lachlan Scott. Number 25, Alex Mashivecchio. And 29 is Ben Geisen. Over to the away side, Manly United, and Levi Kay is the goalkeeper. Number 2, Aaron O'Driscoll. 3, Matthew O'Donoghue. 4, Jesse Pires. 8, Stefano Rossello. 9 is Benjamin Coop. 11, Lucas Meek. 17 is Farakoko. 19, Alan Aganovich. 23, Darcy Burgess. And 28 is Jasper Chipman. As I mentioned, the score got a bit out of hand for the Wolves earlier in the season as they went down 6-0 at Cromer Park, but despite what was some promising early form for Manly, they've found themselves back towards the middle and lower places, as do currently the Wolves, whose slim finals chances continue to get slimmer as the competition draws to a close, with only a handful of games left after this one. Referee Ayad Naji is set to get us underway as Wollongong play in their red, while Manly play in their purple and dark red kit. Well, it's a bit of a chilly one here out at Berkeley, but the Wolves do have a fantastic record here. They are yet to lose. In fact, I think they've won each of their encounters. Most recently, that victory over St George FC 2-1. Well, over the last few meetings between these sides, they've been reasonably evenly matched before, of course, that round 9 clash, as we see a ball played in towards Rossello there, but Bunel will clear it away. And I should mention, for the Wolves, there is one change in terms of the regular players you'd expect from the side, and that's Dax Kelly coming in at centre-back. As we see a ball slipped in towards Rossello, Solski smothers that one, but Henry Kanaizumi, who's usually in that centre-back slot, is suspended after picking up his 5th yellow card of the season against Sydney United 58 last weekend. Bit of a scrappy start in this one as see Olsen win a free kick for the hosts. But generally speaking, for the Wolves, Macedonia Park has been a reasonably fortunate venue for them. Some big results as well before that St George win here, a 3-0 win over St George City, although half of that game, or well, perhaps more than half of that game, was played at Wynn Stadium before Lightning halted that one. A 4-0 win over the Western Sydney Wanderers, and then a 4-0 win over the Sutherland Sharks, where they played a good portion of the second half with only 10 players. Lachlan Scott is back in the starting 11, his first start for a while following his injury layoff, but what it does provide is a few attacking options on the bench for Wollongong. Rafael Liai and Sebastian Hernandez give them a few more senior options than they've had recently, as we see a ball clipped towards the right of the box there. Dax Kelly clears it away. Dax Kelly has been a feature of the Wolves bench for the majority of the past few seasons, at least in first grade. Getting his opportunity tonight with Ken Izumi's suspension. Now for Manly, they cut a 6-game losing streak with that upset victory over Blacktown City last round. In fact, we're 2-0 up before conceding twice to set the score to 2-2, but found an 88th minute winner in that one, which could build a little bit of momentum for them in this late season run. Farakoko being forced back, and that's not an ideal back pass that Levi Kay has dealt with as well as he could have. Elsie Burgess on the ball. It's been a rather tame tempo in the opening 5 or so minutes. Burgess looks to play a ball for O'Donoghue down the left-hand side. Goes for a first-time cross towards Farakoko, who got that initial touch. Back out with Burgess. Farakoko does well to hold on to that. Here's Chapman. Some possession here for Manly. Farakoko into the left of the box, and he's clipped a nice ball in. Laid back for Burgess. Moving it well here, but that will get away from Lucas Meek on that right-hand side. Lucas Meek, of course, found the net against Blacktown last round. 5 goals for the season. That smashing that the Wolves copped at the start of the year wasn't really helped by a red card to fullback Ben Geisen, who has, after that red card, been an ever-present. A chance for Manly. Here's Farakoko, and that's straight to Selski. Of course, Coco scored against the Wolves back in round 9. Some good pressing from Manly, and they've had a good spell these last few minutes. Naganovic's header. And Scott, the free kick goes against Wollongong's captain. Driscoll finds Burgess. Back with Aganovic. Goes down the line, and that'll be over Lucas Meek. As I mentioned before, that victory for Manly against Blacktown, as Levi Kay is forced into a tricky situation. He will be rewarded with that free kick. But for Manly United, they have lost still 4 of their last 5, and 6-0 loss to Sydney FC in round 19, followed up by a 1-0 loss to Mount Druitt Town, a 2-0 win over, or 2-0 loss rather, to St George City, and then a 2-1 defeat to NWS Spirit, who of course remain in a battle for the top places. Is Rossello blocked somewhat by BT, and Dax Kelly will clear that away. Chipman. Here's Rossello. Burgess making a run forwards, but Flynn Madden can come away with this. Masciavecchio is wide. He chooses to find Geisen. Here's Masciavecchio. Nice feet from the winger, Scott. Geisen finds Winsub Sim. And he will switch it over to the left for Dylan Ryan. Madden round the corner, and O'Donoghue's missed that one. Geisen can latch onto this. Goes for a first-time cross in towards Olsen. It'll be a tricky one to bring down, but he's managed to. Well, in fact, a bit of indecision there, but it will be a corner. Flynn Madden coming across to take this one. Still waiting for his first senior goal for the Wolves. Scored 3 for Bulls FC Academy this year, but yet to get on the score sheet since making the move. Winsub Sim was thinking about having a shot, but this could work for Lachlan Scott. Good save. Come back for Scott. Here's Madden. Well, it was Winsub Sim's ball that just ricocheted its way towards Scott. It came at him quickly. Important save from Levi Kay, whose goalkeeping is some of the best you will see in this competition. Julio Miranda, since replacing Warren Grieve as coach, hasn't lost yet. Still unbeaten, and of course that United 58 draw has helped out with that. Burgess finds Farakoko, goes it. Ben Geisen cuts inside Farakoko, a crucial block. He's at Flynn Madden, and it was almost a phenomenal ball to find Nicholas Olsen, but Janovic was alive to it. Here's Madden. Neat turn from Dylan Ryan to get away from Lucas Meek. Jesse Pires was under pressure from Scott. Keeps it in, and that'll be a free kick the way of Manly. We're on the topic of Levi Kay. He was instrumental in that victory over Blacktown City. He, in fact, saved a penalty towards the end of the first half. 6 clean sheets for him this year. Although far more saves have been made by him, and that'll be a free kick for the Wolves. It's yet to really get going, this game. Not a great deal between them in terms of their positions on the table. The Wolves 8th, Manly in 11th. A couple of points between them, and they've both won the same number of games. The only difference is that Manly have lost a couple of games where the Wolves have drawn. All still just about in touch with the finals places, at least in 6th. But otherwise, it's getting away from them a little bit. Blacktown 10 points ahead in 5th. And then Apia, Spirit, Rockdale and Marconi all into the high 40s. Driscoll will find Bogdanovic. That's a difficult one for Farakoko to keep in. 6 goals for Farakoko this year, and of course that one against the Wolves in round 9 has showed a little bit of promise early on, at least in terms of taking on Ben Geisen, but need to see this game properly get underway. Here is back to Levi Kay. Neither of these teams have been particularly potent in terms of goal scoring, which is perhaps a reflection of what we've seen in these opening 15 or so minutes. The Manly United with actually failing to score for 3 games of their last 5 before netting 1 against Spirit and then netting 3 against Blacktown. So potentially starting to find a little bit of goal scoring quality, which has been lacking in recent weeks. And as for the Wolves, they've only managed 4 goals in their last 4 games, so hardly a prolific side, although admittedly the likes of Lachlan Scott and Sebastian Hernandez, who were key parts of their attack at the start of the year and last season as well, starting to get back fit. Scott's first start, of course. Here's Coop. Coop chooses to dribble through, and looks like there was a collision between Woon Sub Sim and Coop. Looks like some treatment will be needed for the United striker, while Woon Sub Sim is also going to hobble to his feet. And there's a strong collision between the pair. Still down here, Coop, which would be a concern for the visitors. Will be a drop ball to the Wolves. Ben Geisen will send it long. High boot against Darcy Burgess. And they will in fact, have to make a change here, Manly. Harry McCarthy coming on. Farakoko to go through the middle of the attack. McCarthy to play wide. So that is the end of Benjamin Coop's evening. Just 20 or so minutes into this game. Bunel finds Dax Kelly, who's seen a fair bit of the ball in these early stages. Madden wins his header, Scott. Scott can keep going and finds it towards Olsen, who's going to be flagged offside. Waited a second there, Scott, before he played that ball, and that proved to be enough for him, for Olsen to stray off. Here's Beattie. Beattie playing in midfield, which is a position that he's become more familiar with this season. Here's Olsen, who's drifted wide. Olsen back for Woon Sub Sim. Goes into the box. Still going, Woon Sub Sim, and looked as if he was potentially clipped there, but the referee says no. Olsen has been playing a bit more centrally with the absence of Scott, but he's been put out wide today. Which is rather unusual, but of course Flynn Madden is capable of playing in that central role as we see a free kick go the way of Manly. Scott, chance for a counter-attack for the Wolves. Played into Olsen's path. Can get running and continues to go, but Donahue got in there and made an important intervention. Olsen finds Masciavecchio, comes back to Olsen. Great save from Levi Kay. Good little spell this for Wollongong. McCarthy. Good tackle from Woon Sub Sim, and we will get the free kick on this occasion, the midfielder. And can keep their pressure going here, the home side. Set piece for the Wolves, and can they find the breakthrough? Plenty forward for the Wolves. Olsen goes short for Madden, but that was a rather short pass. BT plays it first time. Burgess heads away, only as far as Scott, who will hold on to the ball. Wide with Dylan Ryan. Scott. Chance for a counter-attack for Manly. Here comes Lucas Meek. Burgess outside him, picks the midfielder who carries on. Lachlan Scott tracking back, and that's a block cross from BT for a corner. Donohue's ball in, and plenty forwards as well, and that's a disappointing one that falls well short of the near post. Dax Kelly for Dylan Ryan. Farakoko's won that in a good position. And goes behind for another corner this time. And hopefully a better delivery from Donohue. About midway through this, well, just over midway through this first half, and yet to see any real chances of note. The Wolves have had a couple of half chances, well saved by Levi Kay, but other than that, not much to report. Ball in, and Jesse Perez has headed that over from Farakoko. Bunal unable to get enough on that and skews it away, but they'll keep the ball here, Manly. Nice work from McCarthy to find Rossello, and neat feet. Burgess. That's nice, and Rossello gets it now, but BT can come away with it. Not too much on forwards for him, though, and chooses to go back to Dylan Ryan. I see Pires comes across to get that. Aganovich will clear that. High into the air. BT wins his header. Chipman's pass will find only Daniel Solski in the Wollongong goal. Olsen. Nice 1-2, and now he can get running at Burgess. Olsen. Options forwards if he can find Masciavecchio, but chooses to go wide for Scott. Scott, Lachlan Scott can keep running forwards here. The pass is behind Masciavecchio, though. Pires. I see Pires is storming through the middle of the field and meets Harrison Bunel, who will receive a yellow card for that challenge on his opposite defender. Here's Darcy Burgess. Beattie. Well, after that good spell for the Wolves, we've not really seen too much from either team. Aganovich. Ryan has brought down the ball. Finds Bunel, who goes back to Solski. Here's Coco. Marcelo tried to flick that on. Here's Burgess now. Burgess into the box. Darcy Burgess and gets the cross in, but Solski is able to save that, and he was also important in that winner, or that draw rather, with Sydney United, preserving the clean sheet. Made a number of saves as Nelson wins a free kick off Donahue. Bunel finds Olsen. Olsen can get dribbling here down the right. Olsen continues to go and gets a cross in, but Levi Kay is able to catch that one comfortably. Burgess finds Pires. Chooses to go long, and Marcelo is offside. Marcelo still yet to find a goal this season, the midfielder. On a mission this evening for Manly is Harry van der Sarg, who's not in the squad at all. And as was one of the goal scorers in that victory over Wollongong in round 9. 5 goals this season, including a brace against Sydney Olympics, so now missing one of their players that can provide a difference in forward areas. Masciavecchio, and starting to see a few more challenges go in. Burgess can't get past Lachlan Scott. O'Driscoll. There's O'Donoghue. Olsen closing in. McCarthy slips. Olsen wins the ball. Here's Woon Subsim. Forward for Scott. Pires wins his tackle. Ryan for Beattie. Challenge in midfield, which will result in a free kick the way of the home side. That's been a feature of this game, a number of perhaps avoidable fouls so far. Bunel finds Dax Kelly. For Dylan Ryan. And Ganovich will have to win his header and does, but Mashivecchio brings it down. Here's Pires. Run from McCarthy over the top, but there's too much on that. Solski was aware as well. Here's Geisen. Olsen has come wide. Finds Madden. Olsen, and that's nice. Here comes Nick Olsen. He's gone round another challenge. Gets the cross in. There's a few over. Flynn Madden has poked it onto the crossbar. Still with Scott. And that will be a goal kick. Well, big chance the way of Wollongong there, and it was all Nicholas Olsen on this right-hand side. Managed to take a touch that took him between two Manly defenders, and he kept on going before finding Madden, who flicked the ball onto the crossbar. Best chance we've seen so far, 36 minutes in. Manly have it in and around the Wolves box. Rossello gets a shot off. Here's Meek. Meek still with it. Burgess drags that left-footed shot wide. An instant response to Wollongong's rattling of the crossbar. Here's Woon Subsim. Scott, what a ball, not quite. And he's overdone that one, but that ball is definitely on into the channel for Olsen, whose wide position has provided some problems for Manly in this game. It's a giveaway. Mashivecchio will pick it up. Options forwards if he can find Olsen. Madden's taken over. For Lachlan Scott, good low save from Levi Kay. The corner for the Wolves. Madden goes short for Mashivecchio. Farakoko clears it, but they'll pick it up again here with Marcus Beattie, the Wolves. Beattie Drives it forwards. Olsen can't quite get onto that one. Burgess. O'Donoghue is wide. Forward run from McCarthy. Burgess gets it back. Burgess for Chipman. Chipman tries an ambitious pass for Farakoko that'll roll behind for a goal kick. Jesse Perez does well to defend that. Masciavecchio unable to control it under some significant pressure from Perez. Here's Beattie. Beattie for Madden. Madden is just being relentlessly tugged back by Chipman, and that'll be a yellow card. Well, Nicholas Olsen, he scored from a similar position against St George FC to win the game here at Macedonia Park a couple of weeks ago. A little bit further out this time, but I'm sure he'll be eyeing this off as an opportunity to repeat the trick. Woon sub Sim to take the shot. It was a low one. Masciavecchio picks up the rebound. Here's Ryan. Masciavecchio 1-2 with Dylan Ryan, and here's Dax Kelly. Finds it wide for Geisen. Geisen for Scott. He's just about managed to stay onside. Lachlan Scott into the box. Cleared away by Burgess. There's Dylan Ryan. Masciavecchio, Olsen, neat flick. Masciavecchio takes it on, and a collision with the referee there, I think, but we'll play on with the Wolves still in possession. Olsen. And sub Sim. Is Bunel. Bunel takes it forwards. Madden. Scott. Flynn Madden. Nice interplay here as Ben Geisen picks up the ball. Bunel. And I'll take it back over the left-hand side now, the Wolves. Here's Ryan for Beattie. It's given away though. Aganovich. Ganovich back in possession for O'Driscoll. Donahue. Good pass for McCarthy. McCarthy, there's a run he can play there, and Dax Kelly comes across to deal with it. It will be a free kick, though. Late challenge on the substitute who came on after just 20 minutes following Benjamin Coop's injury. About a minute left of regular time, so we'll find out how many extra minutes we have at the end of this first half. Of course, in consideration of that Coop injury. It'll be a corner for Manly. Well fought for by Aganovich. Donahue coming across to take this one. Sub-Sim attacks that at the near post, but it'll be another corner. One additional minute at the end of this first half. That ball is caught by Solski. Not long left to launch a counter-attack for the Wolves, and that's a good kick towards Masciavecchio. Keeps hold of it. Here's Flynn Madden. Back for Masciavecchio. Pires. Finds Chipman. Goes for a looped ball that doesn't find anyone, and that'll be half-time here at Macedonia Park. Still 0-0 between the Wolves and Manly. We'll be back in a little over 10 minutes' time for the second half.
Half-time here, half-time score. Still Wollongong Wolves 0, Manly United 0. Big reminder for everyone as well to come up and grab some of our merch. We've got hoodies, puffer jackets, beanies, scarves. There's plenty of gear up here from the campaign. We're feeling a little cold. Plenty of more beanies and puffer jackets available. Lucky winner, $20 in the Gateway Kia halftime wolf chase. Big thanks to Gateway Kia for supporting.
Well, welcome back to Macedonia Park. Still 0-0 between the Wolves and Manly United. The Wolves had a fair few chances in that first half. In fact, rattled the crossbar through Flynn Madden, but able to break the deadlock. But a good early start here and win a corner within the first 20 or so seconds of the second half. So far been a change in tone from that round 9 encounter as Olsen gets a cross in and just about dealt with at the near post by Levi Kay, but certainly a change in tone following what was a flurry of goals that the Wolves conceded back in round 9 to Manly, but this game they've looked the better side. Ganovic's clearance can only find a wound sub-sim. Here's Dax Kelly for Harrison Bunel. Nice feet from Wound Sub-Sim to go past Rossello. Here's Bunel. Bunel for Kelly. BT. Geisen sees his pass intercepted and McCarthy can pick it up. As far as I can see, no changes at half-time for either side. Just that one change 20 minutes in for the visitors. Ben Coop had to go off with an injury and Harry McCarthy replaced him. Madden. That ball is under hit for Masciavecchio, who had plenty of space. Pires forwards towards Geisen. Geisen tidies that up, but only can find Burgess. Here's BC. Does find the switch pass for Masciavecchio, who can raid forwards down the left for the home side. Masciavecchio inside. Masciavecchio with a shot, and Levi Kay catches that one, the first chance of this second half. Ryan finds Masciavecchio. Scott somehow holds onto it, Lachlan Scott. Here's Ben Geisen. Nelson takes a tumble, but it will stay with Madden. The advantage with the Wolves. Ball in for Geisen. And Driscoll clears that one away. BT's header. Geisen will see a foul given against him. Win sub sim forwards towards Scott. Olsen can't find a fellow red shirt, and Manly get it back, but Scott's won it back for Wollongong. Here's Mashivecchio. Farakoko, nice ball to find McCarthy. McCarthy. Pumel finds Woon sub-sim. Keep the ball here, Wollongong, with Dylan Ryan. Dax Kelly for Mashivecchio. Flynn Madden can't turn, but rebound will fall Mashivecchio's way. Scott. Jesse Pires will clear that away, but it will be a corner. Flynn Madden across to take this one. Madden. Win sub sim, will find it back to Madden. Farakoko, who's gotten through a lot of work defensively in this game, wins another challenge. Here's Farakoko. Into the channel for Harry McCarthy, who's one-on-one with Bunel. BT comes away with it to find Olsen. Wollongong's turn to take the ball forward. Olsen finds Mashivecchio. Ben Geisen, a decent chance appeared to be opening up for Wollongong, but that has somewhat gone away with McCarthy winning possession. Here's Chipman wide for Farakoko. It's 4 on 5 here. As Farakoko cuts inside and takes it himself. That ball rolling wide, and Ben Geisen has picked up a yellow card for what I think might be dissent. Scott. That's Driscoll for company. Almost goes round the centre back, but Wollongong's corner. Again, as it was at the start of the first half, a lack of tempo to this game. Olsen's corner, right. In a good position, as screams for a handball, but will play on. Cleared away by Burgess. Mashivecchio, Geisen. Olsen is unable to hold on to that. The Woon sub sim comes through and finds Mashivecchio in the right side. Mashivecchio carries on, still going Mashivecchio, lovely feet, and could fall to Scott. And Kanovich clears it away. Well, tense moments at the back for Manly. Here's Olsen on the ball, flick through for Scott, and Flynn Madden will pick it up. One more for Olsen. Manly can return fire via a counter-attack. Farakoko and Burgess combine. Here's Rossello. Ball for McCarthy. Solski aware of that ball in behind and was able to sweep it up and in fact get his hands on the ball. Masciavecchio. Chance for him to run forwards. Masciavecchio. Ball in for Olsen. Levi K has not got enough on it. Olsen prods it in. 1-0 Wollongong. Well, not the prettiest goal that he scored this season, Olsen, but it was a neat bit of play. It started all the way with goalkeeper Daniel Solski. Worked it up through the left. Masciavecchio found some space, and it was a delicately played ball in behind for Olsen. The rebound falling back to him. And that's his 13th of the season. And another potentially decisive goal here at Macedonia Park. Goalmouth scramble there. It'll come all the way to Chipman, whose shot takes a deflection. Solski couldn't get a hold of it, and it'll be a Manly corner. A good response from them after conceding. Corner's right onto Solski, who's forced to parry it for another corner. Well, he's re-established his scoring form, Nicholas Olsen. Hadn't scored since mid-April, but started to find the net more regularly following a goal against the Wanderers. Of course, one here against St George FC as free kick goes the way of the Wolves. And now the opening goal against Manly. Bunel for Madden. Geisen. Wolves throw in. And I think we might see some activity on the bench for the Wolves. Damon Gray appears to be warming up, or perhaps Duarte. So there might be a change coming up, of course. First start for Lachlan Scott. Whether he's able to last the full 90 minutes tonight, we'll have to wait and see. Rossello. Farakoko. And that'll be another Wollongong throw. Here's Pires. Dax Kelly's clearance, who's been solid in the starting role he's been given in Ken Izumi's absence. And Scott just keeps getting the ball back and gives it away once more. Meek back to Pires. Pires for Meek. Beatty has the ball and back with Solsky. Through the hour mark of this game now, Wollongong leading 1-0, just a goal a few minutes ago from Olsen. His 13th of the season, and could play this again from the Wolves. Here's Madden. Madden for Masciavecchio. Masciavecchio twisting and turning in the box. Masciavecchio, and Levi Kay has caught that cross. O'Driscoll. Here's Geisen back to Harrison Bunel. Well, when the Wolves... Well, the Wolves winning is a good sign, given their 100% record at this venue this season. I do remember this fixture last year when the Wolves had a very slim chance of finals on the last day, but ended up losing to Manly at Macedonia Park. So, been a change of fortunes this year. Dax Kelly back with Marcus Beatty. Solsky under a little bit of pressure, but clears it away. Chipman for Meek. That's a corner. Burgess takes this corner short for Farakoko. Back with Burgess. Burgess goes around Madden and gets a cross in. Bunel gets something on it and Olsen gets something more. Nice flick. Here's Marcus Beatty. A raid down the right for the Wolves. Beatty still steaming forwards. The intentions of Meek. He's just about kept his balance though. And that will be no foul against him. That's some great tracking back from Meek and a lovely pass for Farakoko. Here come Manly the other way. Farakoko, neat step overs, but that'll be a goal kick. Haven't created too many shooting opportunities today, have the away side. The Burgess shot seems to be the only One that came close. Of course, Pires had a header in the first half as well, but in this second half, it created too much. Pires and Mashavecchio get in a bit of a tussle. That'll be a free kick the way of Wollongong. Questions as to whether it would have been a yellow card given the promising position of Mashavecchio when he retrieved the ball. It'll be Ryan's free kick. Geisen goes for an early cross towards Scott. Brings it down nicely. Mashavecchio finds Olsen. Olsen still has it. Madden. Ricochet might fall the way of Beattie. A block shot from O'Driscoll. Beattie wins it back again, and well, Burgess has come away with it. Beattie. Back with Olsen. Nelson wide for Dylan Ryan. And Sub-Sim can find Bunel. Beattie. A run from Ryan, but opts to turn the other way. That's given away, though. Rossello's won it. McCarthy can find Farakoko into this left channel. Farakoko, can he get a shot off here? Does. Solsky saved it. And Dax Kelly hooks it further away. Well, it was another save from Levi K there as Olsen made some further inroads down the right. Exciting spell, this. Is Scott. Sub-Sim and finds Kelly. Play down for Manly. Already had Ben Coop go off with an injury, and looks as if they will have to make another change here, or at least as we're getting towards that, changes will start to materialise. Sebastian Hernandez is ready to come on for the Wolves. Could see a flurry of changes in a moment. Olsen Here's Dylan Ryan. Dylan Ryan takes a shot swerving. Levi Kay saved it. Lachlan Scott, another top save from Levi Kay. Well, it could have been a lot worse for Manly, but their goalkeeper's keeping them in this one, as he so often does. Over the top towards McCarthy. Penal for company. Here's Farakoko, Rossello. Geisen gets a touch on it. Farakoko retrieves the ball once more. Looks like the next stoppage in play will be Sebastian Hernandez to come on. Carlos Machiavecchio played the pass for the goal that Olsen scored. It could potentially be Lachlan Scott, given it's his first start since returning from injury. Kelly for Ryan. Madden on the turn. Flynn Madden, he's got space wide and chooses Olsen. Geisen is further advanced. Geisen goes for the first time ball that ended up being more of a shot. And we will see that change. It is Alex Machiavecchio to come off. Sebastian Hernandez on, so a straight swap on the wing. Mentioned Machiavecchio's contributions to the goal, and the other change for Manly, Rossello set to come on, or come off rather, as does O'Donoghue. Will Forder, I think, is one of the players on, so change there in the attack. And to confirm the other player is Lucas Meek. Carries on for McCarthy. McCarthy with a shot that's sent over. Of course, will be a change at left back. O'Donoghue coming off. That's Max Martinello, who's come on to replace O'Donoghue at left back. So Martinello and Fulder both on for the away side. Madden's switch pass towards Olsen is short. Martinello gets his first touch to find Farakoko. And this win sub sim. Olsen. Zaganovic. Martinello not given a great ball to deal with there. Burgess has to go past Geisen. It'll be a, well, I think it might be a free kick or a throw in the way of the Wolves. A little under 15 regular minutes to play. Wolves still leading 1-0, courtesy of that Nicholas Olsen goal. Here's Hernandez for Wollongong. There's a collision there with Meek, and it was a bit of a nasty one, that one. Well, he's only just been on the field, Hernandez, and given his recent injury woes, you wouldn't want to see another sustained absence. Rafael Leai is preparing to come on. We'll see who that's for in a moment. That's a ball right across the box and off the crossbar from Folder. That's the closest Manly have come. Well, with 10 regular minutes to play, that could have opened this game back up. Beatty. Madden can't win his header. Olsen is unable to get control, but he has it now. That's nice footwork to find Beatty. Beatty with a cut back towards Madden. The touch escapes him, and well, that was interesting from Meek, and the Wolves have it back. Beatty for Olsen. Nice return ball. Here's Dylan Ryan. Still plenty on here. Marcus Beatty with a shot and finds the bottom corner. 2-0 the Wolves with less than 10 regular minutes to play. You'd think that could be a pivotal goal for them.
Goal for your Wollongong Wolves, number 17, Marcus Beatty. Goes Wollongong Wolves 2, Manly United 0.
Here's substitution time as well for Manly. Preparing a couple of changes. they can't really get a better time to score than that for Wolves. Even it was just hit the crossbar. Manly from Fulda. And Marcus Beattie finds the second goal for the Wolves, and it was a good finish. Well taken goal, but they were just queuing up on the edge of the box, the home side, and well, they have their goal. Hernandez, who's back on O'Driscoll's challenge. Burgess skips around Madden, and it's his turn to take it forwards. Martinello, Beattie wrestling with it. And Farakoko has the ball. Finds McCarthy. Harry McCarthy chooses to twist and turn. McCarthy's shot. That'll be a corner. Ball in for Manly. Driscoll couldn't get his head to it. And it's a save. Folder's shot there that Solski held on to. Solski towards Scott. Burgess gets it further away. He's probably been one of Manly's best players tonight. He's appeared to be on the losing side, although there's more potentially for the Wolves. What a ball to find Hernandez. That is cut back for Madden, who tries to flick it past Kay. Another top stop from the goalkeeper. He probably has been Manly's best player with the number of saves that he's made in this one. Here's Pires. Ball across for McCarthy. That one goes wide. Should mention a couple of changes for Manly after that second goal. Max Pengelly is on, as is Kai Evans. So they've emptied their bench, or as much as they can do with the available substitutions. This is how they'll finish the game. Liai still preparing to come on. Fulda. McCarthy, that's nice. Here's Harry McCarthy. Farakoko leaves it for Martinello. Farakoko. That goes wide. They've had a few chances in recent minutes here, Manly. They've responded well to going behind, as they did after conceding the first one. And here is that change. It is Lachlan Scott to come off. Here's the armband to Marcus Beattie. That's his first start, Scott, and he's gotten through, well, the vast majority of this game. And it'll be Raphael Liai to replace him for what remains. Burgess for Coco. Ball in behind. Bunel across to deal with that. However, it will be a free kick. And he is already on a yellow card, the centre back, but he won't be shown another one. As we head into the final couple of regular minutes of this game. Wolves leading 2-0. Coco standing over this one, goes for it, and Solski makes the save. Pires. Coco's got it again here. Geison's won his tackle. Martinello, Burgess. Burgess back to Martinello. Cross to come in. Cleared away by Geison, and Hernandez picks it up. Pires. Back out to Martinello again. Three additional minutes here for the Wolves to survive with the 2-goal buffer. Coco. That's a corner. Certainly one of Manly's more lively attackers. He's had a number of shooting chances today. As Farah Coco. Olski punches. And it's a free kick for the goalkeeper. Solski for Liai. A few late challenges flying in here on the near side. Janovic. Here's Pires. And well, they'll keep it here, Manly. Here's Fulda. Fulda's cross. Hernandez getting back and defending. Beattie clears it up. Pires remains down for Manly, but he's about to get to his feet, I think. And Raphael Liai. Well, there's options here for the Wolves if they play it right. Liai, the opportunities are Dissipating for the winger. And it's a free kick. Madden. Nice ball cleared by O'Driscoll. Laganovic's clearance is shanked. O'Driscoll received the ball. Just seconds remain in this one for the Wolves. A 2-0 win appears to be on the cards. McCarthy. Bunel's won that. Here's McCarthy. And that's full time here at Macedonia Park. 2-0 win for the Wolves. 0 at half time before Nicholas Olsen opened the scoring for the hosts. And then a second goal courtesy of Marcus Beattie finished off the game for the side. My name is Tim Gibson. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, no worries.
Big thanks to everyone for coming out tonight. Our next home game is in 2 weeks, Sunday the 3rd of August at Wynn Stadium, up against Sydney FC. 3 o'clock Wynn Stadium on Sunday the 3rd of August.